talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Get it together. Hold you ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd and 9 now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Here we go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pryor. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So there's obvious doubt.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14, Buccaneers.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10. Taylor now. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this 1st quarter. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Pryor. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And the Colts have got 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. (21-0) our score after 1. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go now.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he's got Rome. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Colts 41. Buccaneers.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them, not necessarily what you look.
And now here is another interception. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 142 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go now.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the RPO, that's complete right side. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. And that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. On 1st and 10, Pryor. He rifles one that's intercepted. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's caught on the right side, Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's caught by Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. On third down, here's Taylor. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, as that'll be a gain of 15. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Off the bootleg. Pryor. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still have a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
it's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 68 yards. And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Six the Eagles, back to the lead.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards that time. Back to throw. Pryor, he'll get that one to Taylor, complete. Touchdown Colts. Jonathan Taylor, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Pack 60. Warriors 17.
Now they'll switch. And Woods has it complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line.
Happy Lions.
13 yards. And the Colts first down.
Gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
6 yards.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Ready.
On 4th down, Pryor. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Second and 11. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.